Turning 18 is a big day for everybody because it marks the beginning of your adult life. As an 18-year-old, you're able to do a lot of things you weren't able to do before. You can vote for the president, you can donate blood, you can join the military. But I think the coolest thing about being 18 is if you're still in high school, then you now have the ability to check yourself out. So it's kind of like, who needs an education? Am I right? And while there are clear benefits to becoming a legal adult, nobody ever bothers to talk about the downside of turning 18. The one in particular that I'm going to be talking about in this video, getting arrested. And I know that there are probably some of you who are watching this video who have probably been on an ankle bracelet since you were like 5, so it's not such a big deal to you. Touche to you, but for normal people, getting arrested is not such a normal experience, and just the thought of it is pretty scary itself. Getting in trouble as a legal child is not so scary because, the worst you'll have to deal with is your parents or like the principal or a teacher or someone. But as a legal adult, getting in trouble, you are now dealing with police officers and other law enforcement. So this shit gets serious real quick. And I know a lot of you watching this are probably thinking to yourself, dude, I listen to enough NWA, I listen to enough rap, fuck the pigs, they don't scare me. And to be honest, that's really how I thought before I turned 18, but that all changed the night I almost got arrested by a cop. The year is 2019, it's the middle of February, and I had just come up with a great video idea that I wanted to record. So I hit up my boys Michael and Ryan, and I was like, yo, you guys, I got a great video idea, but I need some extra voices. You guys down? They replied almost instantly, and they were all like, dude, I am so down for this. I was literally born ready. Let's do this. Let's get this done. So I leave my house and start heading over to their place, and I'm thinking to myself, all right, cool, it's gonna be a good night. It's gonna be really productive. Gonna get some stuff done, gonna hang out with the homies and make a dope new video. This is going to be great. Nothing in the world could possibly ruin my mood tonight. So I head to their places, pick them up, and as soon as we're all in the car, you kind of just feel the vibes pick up, and you're kind of getting the sense like, all right, this is going to be a really fun night, and, there's no possible way that this night could turn into anything bad at all. So finally, we pull up to the parking lot that we're going to record in, and right before I can pull my laptop and microphone out, Michael pulls out what looks like a jewel out of his pocket. I look at him and I say, dude, what is that in your hand? Please tell me that's not a jewel. He looks at me and goes, it's fine, don't worry about it, my brother bought it for me, it's all good. I look at him and say, okay, that's fine, I understand, but you're not 21 yet. It's illegal for you to have that, and if we get caught with that, we're all in big trouble. He looks back at me and goes, oh, I'm sorry, are we gonna sit here and whine, or are we gonna record the video? This kind of irritated me, so I was just like, all right, bro, whatever, let's just move on from this and record the video. So I start pulling out my laptop and my mic from my backpack, and while I'm doing this, Michael is just hitting the jewel like crazy. This man is hitting the jewel like his life depended on it. Ah, ah, ah. Ah. Dude, are you kidding me? But there was already way too much jewel smoke in the car, so Michael couldn't even hear me, so I just continued setting up my equipment and getting ready to record. By the time I have all my equipment set up, the programs opened up, the microphone set up, there is so much jewel smoke in the car that we can barely see one another. Michael is still going to town on that thing, so the smoke is not getting any less dense. But right before we are about to start recording, I see flashing red and blue lights in my rear view mirror, and that's when everything went downhill. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Alright guys, look, we didn't do anything wrong. Let's just play it cool. Yeah, so what the hell's going on here? What's going on, Mr. Officer? I'm just here with my friends and we're about to record a video real quick. Yeah, we're about to record a video for YouTube. This guy's YouTube right here. Did you know that this guy has a YouTube? This guy Michael is already tweaking super hard to the point where the officer probably knew something was going on. Yeah, I don't care about that stuff. I just have one question for you. What is that on your friend's lap? As soon as the officer says this, I slowly shift my gaze to Michael's lap, no homo, and I see the jewel sitting in plain sight on his pants. I look up at Michael, and this guy is hardcore tweaking. He's sweating, he's fidgeting, and he legit looks like he is about to start crying. Oh, I think that's a Jewel. Yeah, I have eyes, I can definitely see that. This guy had an extremely sassy attitude, and you can definitely tell he was one of those cops that absolutely loved his job and took it so seriously. He looks at all three of us and goes, So how old are you guys? You guys 21? No, we're not 21.
Yeah, I'm 21.
And all of a sudden, the mood shifts. The officer looks straight at Michael and goes, Oh, you're 21? Well, how about you guys pull out your IDs for me? You see, this is the part that confuses me, because I don't know if Michael expected us to not have to present our IDs to this guy, but at this point, he realizes he messed up big time. Yeah, my ID, yeah, that, you see, I left it at home. I don't have my ID on me. The officer looks at Michael and goes, Then what's that sticking out of your pocket? And for the second time that night, I shift my gaze to Michael's lap, no homo, and I see this man's ID sticking out of his pocket. Without another word, Michael takes his ID out of his pocket and hands it to the officer, and me and Ryan follow suit and do the same thing. The officer tells us to wait in the car as if we're gonna get out and run or something, and then he goes back to his car to run our IDs. During the time that the police officer was back at his car and me, Michael, and Ryan were alone in our car, Michael is just in the passenger seat tweaking out. Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening. Oh my god, what if this goes on my permanent record? Oh my god, I can't believe it. What if my mom finds out about it? What is dad gonna say? Oh my god, I knew we shouldn't have come here. I knew it. Dude, shut the hell up. I'm the one that's driving. I'm the one that can get in serious trouble for this. Yeah, so while I was running your IDs, I also noticed that your tags are expired. So what's going on with that, man? Oh my god, I had completely forgotten that the tags on my car were expired. Things are just getting worse and worse. The officer has basically caught us red-handed, and this guy looks at me and goes, You know I can legally take you to jail, right? The officer takes one look at me, Michael, and Ryan and goes, Can you have your friend in the passenger seat step out of the car for me? My heart drops to the bottom of my stomach. I turn to look at Ryan and Michael, and they are both looking frantically at me and each other, and as we're looking at each other, the officer walks over to Michael's door and opens it for him. With real ass tears streaming down this man's face, Michael steps out of the car. Yeah, so why don't you go ahead and pull out that Jewel for me? Yeah, now turn around and throw it as hard as you can. Yes, sir. Damn, you got an arm on you. Wonder what that mouth do, though. So Michael gets in the car, and the officer comes around to my side to talk to me. Alright, look, man, I'm feeling pretty lenient tonight, so I'll let you off on these conditions. First, homeboy over there is going to give me his number, don't ask why, and second, I'm going to give you a fix-it ticket. If you don't fix your registration by this date, then you're going to jail. And without another word, the officer gets back in his car and peels out of the parking lot. And just like that, we narrowly avoid getting arrested. Despite that being literally the scariest moment of my entire life, I left that situation with a couple of lessons. First off, being 18 definitely has its benefits, but more importantly, there's a lot of responsibility that comes with the age as well. You are no longer a child, you are a full-grown legal adult, so you really have to start acting and thinking like one. And lastly, while doing illegal things does seem enticing in the moment and it does seem kind of fun in the media, there's nothing fun about breaking the law and getting caught for it. So I'm telling you guys, be careful. I'm going to end this video right here on a good note, a positive note. I hope you guys learn from my mistakes and don't do any of the things I do in my videos. Trust me, just learn from my mistakes.